The first live of 2001. The first live of 2001. Hey, y'all. And I am super excited because, oh my God, something that I have been wanting to do for years is working so well. I mean, we're going to see how well it works. But right now, it seems to be working well. I got Facebook, I got Instagram. I feel like I can look at everybody. I'm so excited. For those of you who have been hanging out with me for a while, you know, I get on my tip. I'm gonna do these videos. I'm gonna come and talk. I'm gonna bring some information, and then something happens, and I fall off the wagon. And then a few months later, I jump back on. Well, a new year, a new day, a new Monday, a new time. We're gonna get this rolling again. And this time, I am, you know, looking forward to showing up every Monday for a Sister Midwife Monday Musing. Now, when I first started my business, I used to do blog posts and I was very consistent. I did Monday musings every single Monday. It was one of the ways that I consistently made sure that I continued to blog. And then I fell off, you know what I'm saying? Because then I stopped doing the blogging and I wanted to do the videos. And anyway, so I'm bringing the Monday musings back. And this is the first Sister Midwife Monday musing for 2021. And I'm excited to be here. So, if you follow me, then you know. If you saw my Instagram post, I didn't actually cross this over to Facebook. I have to remember to start clicking that button, right? So I posted about being a part of the New Orleans Library African American Resource Center's Martin Luther King's celebration. It was a virtual celebration that we did. We recorded it a few weeks, about, yeah, a couple of weeks ago now. It's been a couple of weeks. And one of the things that it really helped me to remember and to bring forward out of my mouth is this understanding and this idea that birth justice is social justice. If you are a doula, if you are a lactation consultant, if you are a midwife, y'all know it. We're out here doing this work. This is social justice at its finest. This is civil rights at its finest. This is what it is. The civil rights movement in 2021 looks different. It don't look all the way different. Unfortunately, we still are fighting a lot of different battles, but there are different ways and different places that we are showing up and showing out for our people and to fight for what is right, for who we are and how we need to be, right? And so one of the things that I think is important for us to remember is that social justice and birth justice is about service. And so, what we have to always remember is that we are here to serve. Now, how we serve and who we serve and where we serve, that will be different for everybody. Just as it was during the civil rights movement, everybody was not able to sit at the lunch counters. Everybody was not walking across the bridge in Selma, Alabama. There were some people teaching school to the black children who otherwise wouldn't have had any teachers. There were some people baking pies and driving buses and driving cars, and we all play our role, right? And so over my tenure in this business as Sister Midwife Productions, my service and how I've served have changed, and it's grown and it's moved and it's shifted. And I've always realized that I need to just keep listening to spirit and listening to where it is that I can serve the best. So you have to decide, as you do this work, as you choose to show up to do this work, you have to decide who you are going to serve, where you are going to serve, and how you are going to serve. Understanding that we all serve a different important purpose, a different important. Every single one of us who does this work, every piece of the work that we do is important. So don't get yourself caught up in how many births you might do or how many home visits you might do, or if you're serving preconceptually or during labor or in postpartum, if you're going to a march, if you're at a rally, if you're writing letters, if you're on a committee. It doesn't matter. All of these pieces are important. We must work collectively. The important thing is that we understand we must serve. We must serve, we must serve, we must serve. And then, as I said, you got to think about your service, right? Who you serve, where you serve, how you serve. And then one of the most important things is, why do you serve? Why are you showing up to do this work? For me, I used to show up because the hospital system sucked, and I hated the way we were being treated, and I hated all of the C-sections, and I didn't like this and I didn't like that. Now, my why I show up and I serve because I love black women, because I love black babies, because I love black families, because I understand that as we shift how we birth, we can literally change the vibration of our communities. I understand that how we birth literally impacts how we live. And so now I show up and serve in love and in service in a different way, differently from being angry at the white folks in the hospital, or angry at the doctor for the induction, or angry at the C-section, all of these different things. I show up and serve in love because I love black people and I love black women, and I want us to have beautiful experiences that I know that we can have. And then I want to share with you that in this time, as we are moving in this strange place, we thought 2020, right? We thought it was going to be over when I saw somebody post, said 2020 came and then it turned 21 and now they got a hangover, right? Because that's what it feels like. It's not stopping. The madness has not stopped. It is continuing. And so what we have to understand is that the fight right now is spiritual and vibrational, baby. This shit is deep. It is so deep. So find your peace. Find your peace. Find your peace. Find your peace. However, you need to find your peace. Show up in love. Love on yourself. Pray for your mamas before you go in. Pray for your mamas when you get back. Do your self-care, do your baths, do your meditation, get a massage, go see some people. I know that there are some people and there is, places out there where we talk about what does self-care look like, right? And for me, self-care looks like so many different things. And I say this sometimes jokingly, but for real, the two biggest things that I did for myself in terms of self-care over the past year were using the washateria to wash and fold my clothes, and not feeling any kind of way about having someone come into my home and wash my dishes for me. And so it's so funny because I wanted her to come tomorrow, but she couldn't come till Saturday. So she just texted me and was like, hey, we had a cancellation, we can come tomorrow. And I was like, oh, I just cleaned my kitchen, so I don't need you to come tomorrow anymore. I'm gonna let you come on Saturday when there's more dishes piled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-care can be whatever you need it to be to make you feel more calm, more whole, more complete, more easy, right? So this is a spiritual warfare right now we under attack, but it's spiritual. And that's why birth is the revolution. See, because we are at war. And if you're in this birth work, you are a soldier that we need in this fight for this war. We got to win, right? Birth is a piece of the puzzle to literally change the vibration. We are changed in birth. I always say you will be changed after you give birth. The question becomes, how will you change? Will your change vibrate you higher, or will you be traumatized and move into a place of despair and being despondent and depressed? We don't want that. We want you to leave your birth with a higher vibration. And just like there is physical birth, and with physical birth, there is also spiritual birth. And then we can look at this warfare, right? There is physical war where we are battling and we are fighting. And then there is also spiritual and vibrational war. So what I want you to know is what I believe, what I've come to know when I talk to my people, when I sit and meditate, when I ponder, when I read, when I listen to things and really think about just logical shit. Like, we don't even have to go too deep sometimes. It's real logical. Like with the Capitol building and stuff, I'm talking to somebody and they're like, oh my God, how did that happen? I was like, they opened the door. Like, what do you mean? How did it happen? Like this notion that these people somehow overtook the Capitol Police. That's hogwash. And now all of the videos, showed it. But I knew that before they even showed the videos because I understand common sense and how these things are working, right? So I say all that to say, yes, there is a physical war out here. And, hey, do what you do. If you're a prepper, be a prepper. If you're a shooter, bang, bang, get your, do your target practice, get your karate practice, your go to Magna, what is it called? Krav Maga, get your physical fitness on, right? And as you do that, don't forget the spiritual elevation is everything. The more and more I get connected to my ancestors and understand that they got my back and they are always watching and they are protecting us, we have to move with spiritual understanding. We have to stay prayed up. We have to stay in peace. We have to move ourselves into a personal wholeness. And I'm not saying this because I have all the answers and I've done it. You could check my posts. Right, I talked about how a couple of days ago I seen a friend and I was like, oh my God, I was in here crying and like, not crying like, not like back in the day crying, but just like that, aggravated, right? That I'm still triggered by certain things and by certain comments and in certain ways. And like, wow, okay, I still have more healing to do. I still have more work to do. I still have more elevation to do. I still have more vibrational things to change. And so right now I'm excited. Two things I've been doing that have been really good for me, and maybe they'll be really good for you. One of them is I've downloaded a few meditation apps. So there are a few meditation apps made by people of color, for people of color. And I'm drawing a blank right now on all of the ones that I've downloaded, but I've tried 3 different ones, and I'm trying to interchange. It's just been a week, so I've been interchanging with different ones. But if you just Google, one of them, I should have had it for y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, they're very different. They're all very different, and I am working to figure out which one. But it has been great. I've been meditating 5 minutes, 10 minutes, guided meditation every single day, every morning when I wake up. Before, when I would wake up, I would grab my phone and I would go into the bathroom with my phone and I would check Instagram, right? Now I'm not doing that. I leave my phone wherever it is, plugged into the wall. I go into the bathroom. I use the bathroom. I don't do anything, which means I'm in and out the bathroom faster because I'm not paying attention to nothing on the phone. And then I leave the bathroom, and then I have been going into a meditation. And immediately already, like, it's only been a week, and I could feel the difference and see how I'm feeling. So I'm excited about that. And then the other thing is I just been watching a lot more comedy. Just a lot more comedy. I don't know if y'all got Netflix, but they got this joint called the Astronomy Club. Is that what it's called? If y'all have seen the Astronomy Club, Liberate is a black meditation app. Sister said that might be one of the ones that I got. I think they're called the Astronomy Club, and it's a skit comedy show. Yo, they are hilarious. I've been binge watching it this evening when I was washing my dishes. Cleaning the kitchen. That's what I was watching, and I am about to finish it up this evening. Had me in here rolling laughing, like they are so funny. Find some comedy. And then last night I watched Lovebirds, which is the Issa Rae movie, funny, on Netflix. I don't have no cable. I don't pay for cable and all of that. All I could do is binge watch Amazon Prime and Netflix, right? That's what I pretty much do. Find these comedies, man. Doing things that make you laugh brings me through. Exactly, Gabby. Like, it is good. And it's good. And when you laugh, you increase your endorphins. Like, these things are physiological. Even like with the meditation, a lot of times people feel like I don't have time to meditate, or it don't do nothing, or I can't do it, and all of these different sorts of things. But the reality is, when we meditate, there is literally a heart and soul congruence in that happens in our bodies that lowers our blood pressure, that shifts how our bodies function, that opens up our hearts. Like, it's real. It's not just like woo woo. It's not just, it's fit. I'm a nurse person. I have a master's in nursing, so I'm often asking questions about the physiology of things. We don't have physiology about everything, right? So when we talk about ancestors and lighting your candles and doing all these different things, everything ain't gonna have these physiological aspects. But when it's there, I love it, because that's where I learn. My brain wants to know how these different things work, and there is literally biochemical changes that happen in your body when you meditate that make you healthier. So anyway, I'm making it short today. That's going to be it. I just want to leave you with my 3 things for this evening, for this first 2021 Monday Musing. Number 1, birth justice is social justice. Figure out how you serve. Know that everybody is not going to serve the same. We all serve different, but just show up and serve. Remember your why. Why do you serve? Because if you serve with love, you will always be able to keep moving forward to do the work. So I serve for love. That's why I serve. So, but you remember your why, because maybe you serve because you angry. And if you serve because you angry, baby, be angry and go in there and let them know what's going down. Don't stay angry too long, though. Then you got to find your peace, right? So social justice, birth justice is social justice. Remember how you serve. Remember your why and find your peace and keep track of those things as you move through this work, and it will always be able to, hold you up. Last but not least, don't forget to sign up for my doula training coming up in April, y'all. If you are working, want to do this work, you haven't signed up for a doula training, you're trying to find one, or maybe you already been doing this work for a while, you want to refresh your course, holla at your girl, courses.sistamidwife.com. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back maybe tomorrow, but definitely I'll be back next Monday. Peace, y'all. And now I gotta try to figure out. See, this how we ended. Hey, Gabby. Oh, yes, in my video. Oh, yes.